Hello, good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon everyone. As promised, we are back with the live session. Jot ami kebol economics or kotha discuss korim. Aru these live sessions are actually for the benefit of you students because আমি try কৰিছো যে এই live session বেলাকৰ পৰা তোমালোকে maximum benefit in the sense free session or through knowledge love koribo karone para, right? So these are the live sessions which will help you to benefit in appearing for your class 12th board examination. Aru yat ami junbur important topics hoy he important topics belak tumalokor majot present koribo karone jiman paru himan try kori ahiso. And we already know Saturdays are for economics, so take your pen, take your paper and sit down with me at least for next half an hour where we will be discussing today's topic, which is circular flow of income. Aji ami circular flow of income or bikhoye discuss koriboloi ulaiso. Fine. Already ami introduction out already ami last previous class out national income and related aggregates or some kisuman tumalukor agot korisilu jun belakor through tumaleke he sums belak jiman para himan make sure korisilu je ki tumalake khub easily koriboloi para thik teneke aji ami circular flow of income or logotu tumalukok sinaki kori dibo ulaisu and we will make sure je ki this chapter also gets benefited by understanding by making you understand actually by making you understand to the grassroots level. So let's start today's class with great zeal and enthusiasm. Fine. So to start with, let us understand what is the circular flow of income. To start with, let us understand what is the meaning of circular flow of income. Circular flow of income mane ki hoy? Circular flow of income mane ki hoy? Eta flow of income bujaise eta circular weight. Eta circular weight flow of income dekhaise aru he circular weight keneke income flow to dekhaise. Firstly, it refers to generation of income. Income could usually generate hobo. Income usually generate hobo tumar farm sector. So yate basically tumar it is a cycle of generation of income. First tumar income generate hobo, right? First tumar income generate hobo quote in the production process. Tumar income code generate hobo, income will be generated in the production process. Production process mane ki hoy juntu process ot ami goods and service produce koriboloi goi aso mane farm sector ot tumar usually income generate hobo. Etia junkhini income tumar farm sector ot generate hoise heikhini income ami ki korim distribute korim kar majot factors of production belakor majot. Who are the factors of production? Factors of production that amar sarita ase. Either itu land hobo pare, labor hobo pare, capital hobo pare, land, labor, capital, aru naiba tumar entrepreneur hobo pare. Entrepreneur hobo pare. Ita lende ki lav kore? Lende tumar rent lav kore. Labor ki lav kore, wage lav kore, capital ki lav kore, interest lav kore, right? Aru entrepreneur ki lav kore, profit lav kore. So what we have come across, the first thing in circular flow of income is generation of income. Income code generation hoy, income code generate hoy, production process of generate hoy. Once the income is generated, that income is now distributed. Secondly, ki hoy, that income is distributed. Distributed among whom? Distributed among the factors of production. Kihor karone ami factors of production or majot income to distribute koru karon ei junkhini factors of production ase ei factors of production e amak production process ot goods and service produce koribo karone hohai korise. Right? Gotike ami distribute korim among the factors of production. এই factors of production belake heikhini poisa bebohar kori pelai teuluke ki hisabe bebohar koribo consumption expenditure hisabe খৰচ কৰিব to buy goods and services produced in the farm sector. গতিকে secondত আমি কি কৰিম distribution কৰিম distribution among the factors of production and finally circulation from household to the farms in the form of consumption expenditure on goods and services. তো এই factors of production খিনিয়ে consumption expenditure হিচাপে সেই পইচাখিনি ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিব এই factors of production খিনিয়ে কি কৰিব সেই পইচাখিনি consumption expenditure হিচাপে ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিব ক'ত ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিব goods and service কিনিবৰ কাৰণে from the farm sector গতিকে যোনখিনি পইচা production processত তোমাৰ ফাৰ্মৰ পৰা second distribution phaseত তোমাৰ household sectorলৈ আহিছিলে thirdত আকৌ householdৰ পৰা সেই পইচাখিনি কলৈ গুচি যাব তোমাৰ ফাৰ্মৰ তালে গুচি যাব বা production process যোনে কৰে তাৰ তালৈ গুচি যাব বুজি পাইছা কিয় কাৰণ goods and service কাৰ হাতত থাকিব এই generation phaseত মানে ফাৰ্মৰ হাতত থাকিব তো ফাৰ্মৰ পৰা এই goods and service খিনি কিনিব কোনে হাউজহোল্ডে কিনিব গতিকে আলটিমেটলি হাউজহোল্ডে সেই পইচাখিনি আলটিমেটলি খৰচ কৰি পেলাই দিয়াৰ লগে লগে সেই পইচাখিনি আলটিমেটলি ফাৰ্ম সেক্টৰলৈকে গুচি যায় so this is called actually circular flow of income তিনটা phase আছে generation phase distribution phase আৰু number 3 টো হৈছে the phase where the amount which is received by the received by the factors of production is spent as consumption expenditure on buying goods and services. তাৰমানে তোমালোকক যদি মই simply এটা circular flow দেখাও simply যদি মই তোমালোকক এটা circular flow হিচাপে দেখাও simply যদি মই তোমালোকক এটা circular flow হিচাপে দেখাও তাৰমানে এই household sector আছে দুটা sector আছে household sector আৰু farm sector right farm sector প্ৰথমতে কি হ'ব generation phase farmত goods and service produce হ'ব farmত goods and service produce কৰিব কাৰণে কোনে help কৰিব household sectorে help কৰিব by providing what factors of production household যেতিয়া farmক factors of production provide কৰে farmে householdক কি দিয়ে factor income provide কৰে factor income provide কৰে আৰু সেই factor income খিনি মানে ফাৰ্মৰ পৰা যোনখিনি পইচা হাউজহোল্ডলৈ গল সেই factor income খিনি হাউজহোল্ডে আকৌ ফাৰ্মত খৰচ কৰি দিয়ে কি হিচাপে consumption expenditure হিচাপে তাৰমানে যোনখিনি পইচা ফাৰ্ম সেক্টৰত জেনাৰেট হৈছিলে হেখিনি হাউজহোল্ডলৈ গল এজ আ ফ্যাক্টৰ ইনকাম আকৌ হেখিনি পইচায়ে হাউজহোল্ডে কোট খৰচ কৰি দিলে ফাৰ্মৰ ওপৰত খৰচ কৰিলে টু বাই গুডস এন্ড সাৰ্ভিসেস গতিকে যোনটো ইনকাম হয় ই কন্টিনিউয়াসলি ফ্লো হৈ থাকে between household sector আৰু farm sector continuously it flows between household sector and farm sector this is circular flow of income where income flows from household to the farm sector repetitively keneke tinta phase or through what are these three phases number 1 is generation phase jot income generate hoy farm sector of using factors of production from the household sector second to hoise tomar distribution phase jot goods and service once farm sector ot bonua hoy goise goods and service bonua karne household sector e junkhini factor service provide korisil tak factor income provide koribo gotike income khini distribute koribo distribution phase aro number 3 is disposition phase where junkhini poisa factor income hisabe household sector e paisile ba factors of production bure paisile hebur poisa consumption expenditure hisabe bebohar kori dibo to buy goods and services from the farm sector so that junkhini poisa farm sector ot generate hoisil ultimately ghuri ahi farm sector ote ahi pai jay fine so this is the main intention this is the main theory behind the circular flow of income I hope you are clear with this so gotike ami ki dekhilu already first ki hobo production phase ot goods and service produce hobo so it is the generation phase yat কি হবো ইনকাম জেনাৰেট হবো সেই ইনকাম খিনি কাৰ মাজত ডিস্ট্ৰিবিউট কৰা হবো ফ্যাক্টৰস অফ প্ৰডাকশন বিলাকৰ মাজত ডিস্ট্ৰিবিউট কৰা হবো আৰু সেই ফ্যাক্টৰস অফ প্ৰডাকশনে সেইখিনি পইচা ব্যৱহাৰ কৰি পেলাই আকৌ গুডস এন্ড সাৰ্ভিস কিনিব কাৰ পৰা কিনিব মানে which is expenditure phase or distribution phase কাৰ পৰা কিনিব ultimately farms or পৰা কিনিব so ultimately it goes back to the farm where the income was generated earlier. Fine. Jot income was generated earlier. So production phase or pora income phase, distribution phase or pra expenditure phase, jot poisa khini kharos kori dibo, again farmer tat poisa tu gusi jabo. Gotike farmot pora poisa to household loi ahibo, household e kharos koribo, ako farmer ta loi gusi jabo. So it is a circular flow of income. The income gets trapped in this circular flow. Mane karu hatot permanently poisa tu thaki na jay. Hi ma'am, good evening ma'am. Ma'am, Assamese language class lage. Okay, thank you so much. Good evening. Tumaloke moi Assamiyate asolte porhai asu. Try kora tumaloke concept belak bujibo karone, right? Ami Asamiya class provide korim, but ajir class tur junkhini notes ase English or hoy. So tumaloke aji concept khini bujibo try kora, but otherwise the notes will appear in the board in English. Fine. Next is a stock and flow. So circular flow of income porhute, ami duta concept porhibo lagibo. Very important from your examination perspective. What is the meaning of stock aru what is the meaning of flow? Jeti ami stock or concept porhu, yeta variable hoy, flow eta variable hoy. Stock variable mane ki hoy? Stock variable, headbur variable, junbur ami particular point of time ot porhu. Stock variable refers to those variable which is actually measured at a particular point of time. At a particular point of time what ami measure koru. Jeneke suppose water supply as on 2nd May, water supply as on 2nd May 2026. Population as on 2nd May 26. So it was a particular key hoy, point of time. So jikunu eta variable ami jeti eta particular point of time nirdisto eta point of time or logot ami measure koru sebur concept of ba variable of stock variable buli koa hoy. Jeneke yate dia ase stock of good as on 31st January 2011. Tamane yate time dimension, tamane these variables are not time dimensional. Yate time dimension to nai. Yate a particular point of time ot he refer kora hoise. Jeneke time dimension mane ki hoy? Tamane eta period of time. Tamane eta tumar range eta provide kore. So yate actually he range to provide no kore aru hetu karne stock concept ot it is actually time dimensional no hoy. On the other hand, yar logot ami jodi differentiate koribo jao, yar logot jodi ami differentiate koribo jao, we will get the meaning of flow variable. So what is flow variable? Flow variable is the variable which is measured at a particular period of time. It is at a particular over a period of time. So you will have to understand the meaning of point of time or period of time. Jeti ami at a particular point of time buli ko, at a particular point of time buli ko. So at a particular point of time mane ki at a particular date. Jeneke it is 2nd May 2026. It was a particular date, right? So hetu is a tumar stock concept. But when we are dealing with flow concept, we are dealing with particular period of time. Particular period of time. Jeneke ami particular period of time keneke kobo paru. Jeneke stock of goods during the month of during the month of May. During the month of May 2026. Yateo ami stock of goods poriso. Yateo ami stock or concept to ami stock of goods poriso. But ami at a particular date. Tot poriso, particular point of time ot poriso, which is 2nd May 2026. But particular period of time ot ki hobo, there will be a range of time. Man, it is a particular period of time. What is the stock of good during the month of May 2026? But what is the population during January 2026 to May 2026? Gotike yate time dimensional hoy. So when we are measuring flow in flow variable, these are actually time dimensional. These are actually time dimensional because it can appear for a particular day, particular week, particular month, or in fact for a particular year. Gotike ami ei dutar majot jodi difference to ki hoy bujiboloi try koru. Stock variable ki hoy at a particular point of time or measure koru aru flow variable ki hoy junbur variable ami at a period of time or measure koru. Stock variable to tumar ki hoy jar time dimension nai because particular point of time ot ami bebohar koru aru yate hoise ki it is measured over a period of time. Jihetu etu ki hoy তোমাৰ stock concept to এটা particular point of time ত আমি measure কৰো গতিকে এটো কি হয় এটা static concept হয় whereas তোমাৰ যোনটো flow variable হয় হেতু এটা কি হয় dynamic concept হয় কিয় কাৰণে dynamic concept আমি এটো এক মাহৰ কাৰণে পঢ়িব পাৰো year এটাৰ কাৰণে পঢ়িব পাৰো বা এটা complete day কাৰণে পঢ়িব পাৰো গতিকে এটো এটা dynamic concept যোনটো মানে change হবলৈ কাৰণে পাৰে বুজি পাইছা So example diya ase swa population of India as on 31/3/2009 So 31/3/2009 ot population kiman hoy hetu stock concept kintu population hoine during the month or during the year of 2009 hetu hobo concept hobo flow variable jeneke ete diya ase number of birth during 2009 2009 ot jiman bor birth hoise gotike it is for the complete year period of time flow concept teneke aru example dia ase so I hope you are clear with this concept stock particular point of time flow particular period of time stock ot time dimensional nohoy flow time dimensional hoy stock ot it is a static concept whereas flow etu ki hoy it is a dynamic concept yat ki hoy kiman khini population growth hoise as on 3rd May 2026 etu hoise population growth but childbirth hoine during the year 2026 but during May 2026 which defines at a particular period of time fine I hope you are clear with this concept now it is ami circular flow of income or kotha porisu ei circular flow of income ot asolte ami duta dhoronor flow kotha porhim ei circular flow of income ot actually we will understand about two types of flows we will understand about two types of flows fine jeneke for example yate ki dia ase real flow aru money flow gotike ami juntu circular flow of income porhi asu between the household sector aru farm sector he flow to duta dhoronor flow asolte jorito hoi ase eta hoise real flow aru eta hoise money flow we have a comment from you resource bur stock hobone so resource ki hoy resource শব্দটোৰ meaning কি হয় resource শব্দটোৰ meaning কি হয় resource শব্দটোৰ meaning হয় যে কি something which has utility resource মানে কি হয় resource হৈছে something which has utility যোনবোৰ বস্তুৰ utility আছে সেইবোৰক আমি resource বুলি কওঁ এটা resource stock নে flow হেতু কিহৰ ওপৰ ডিপেন্ড কৰিব ৰিসোৰ্স খিনি আমি এটা পইণ্ট অফ টাইমৰ কাৰণে পঢ়ি আছো নে পিৰিয়ড অফ টাইমৰ কাৰণে পঢ়ি আছো যদি আমি পঢ়িছো দি এমাউন্ট অফ ৰিসোৰ্স আমি যদি পঢ়িছো এমাউন্ট অফ ৰিসোৰ্স অন 3rd May 2026 জিমানখিনি ৰিসোৰ্স আছে এজ অন 3rd May 2026 এটো পাৰ্টিকুলাৰ পইণ্ট অফ টাইমৰ কাৰণে পঢ়িছো তেনে হলে হেখিনি ৰিসোৰ্স stock concept হৈ যাব কিন্তু on the other hand আমি যদি পঢ়িছো amount of resource during the month of May 2026 তেনে হলে হেতু কি হবো আমি এটা period of time or কথা পঢ়িছো ইয়াতে period to কি হয় during the month of May তেনে হলে হেখিনি ৰিসোৰ্স আমাৰ কি হৈ যাব flow concept হৈ যাব হেখিনি ৰিসোৰ্স আমাৰ flow concept হৈ যাব গটিকে যিকোনো এটা বস্তু stock বা flow হ'ব নোৱাৰে ৰিসোৰ্স stock বা flow হ'ব নোৱাৰে আমি যদি ৰিসোৰ্স to এটা পাৰ্টিকুলাৰ ডেটৰ হিচাপত পঢ়িছো তেনে হলে পাৰ্টিকুলাৰ পইণ্ট অফ টাইম বুজাইছে ইট ইজ stock concept যদি এটা পিৰিয়ড অফ টাইমৰ কাৰণে পঢ়িছো যেনেকে এন্টায়াৰ পিৰিয়ড অফ মে এন্টায়াৰ ইয়াৰৰ কাৰণে পঢ়িছো ইট ইজ ফৰ আ পিৰিয়ড অফ টাইম এন্ড देयरफॉर হেখিনি ৰিসোৰ্স তোমাৰ কি হ'ব ফ্লো ভেৰিয়েবল হ'ব সো এটা পাৰ্টিকুলাৰ বস্তু cannot be stock or flow it depends on আমি হেই বস্তুটোক এটা পাৰ্টিকুলাৰ পইণ্ট অফ টাইমৰ কাৰণে পঢ়িছো নে এটা পিৰিয়ড অফ টাইমৰ কাৰণে পঢ়িছো সো আই হোপ আই কুড আনসাৰ your query ফাইন আই হোপ তোমাৰ যোনটো query আছিলে হেতু মই বুজাব পাৰিছো সো এটা আমি কি পঢ়িছো টাইপস অফ সার্কুলার ফ্লো সো देयर आर टू টাইপস অফ সার্কুলার ফ্লো এটা রিয়েল ফ্লো আৰু এটা মানি ফ্লো এটা হোৱাট ইজ রিয়েল ফ্লো ইয়াতে রিয়েল ফ্লোত একচুয়ালি গুডস এন্ড সার্ভিস ফ্লো হয় যেটি আমি রিয়েল ফ্লো বুলি কওঁ রিয়েল ফ্লো মানে the flow of goods and services. Real flow is the flow of goods and services. Jenike for example, ami duta sector buli dhori loiso, right? Household sector buli dhori loiso, aru ami farm sector buli dhori loiso, right? Household sector e farm sector ok ki diye? Factors of production diye. Factors of production e ki diye? Asolte factor service provide kore, right? Factor service provide kore. Household sector e farm sector ok ki provide kore? Factors of production. Aru he factors of production jeneke land, labor, capital aru entrepreneurship e ki provide kore? Factor service provide kore. Kak? Farm sector ok. Farm sector e he factors of production ba factor service bebohar kori pelai ki produce kore? Goods and service produce kore. Aru he goods and service kini kak bikri kore? Household sector ok bikri kore. Fine. Gotike jetia household aru farm sector or bhitorot there is only flow of goods and services. Household sector or pora farm sector oloi factor service flow hoise aru farm sector or pora household sector oloke goods flow hoise hetuk ami real flow buli kau. Yetuk ami real flow buli kau. Etuk ami real flow buli kau. I hope you are clear with this. Etuk ami ki buli kau? Real flow buli kau. Kihor kare real flow? Because real flow involves only flow of goods and services. Real flow includes only movement of flow of goods and services between household sector to farm sector. Household e ki dile? Factor service provide dile. Aru hei factor service bebohar kori farm sector or goods and service produce hol. Aru hei goods and service kini farm sector or pra household sector le gol. So it is a circle. Aru it is called real flow. Fine. On the other hand, what is money flow? Money flow means only when there is flow of money between household sector aru the farm sector. Money flow, as the name suggests, tar naam to koise je here there is only flow of money. Yate okol money flow hoy between the household sector and the farm sector. Ki hoy household sector or pora household sector is itia farm sector ok. Household sector is itia farm sector ok. Factor service provide kore. Farm sector e household sector ok ki provide kore? Factor income. Factor income. Ami olob agote dikhilu nohoy. Household sector e farm sector ok ki provide kore? Factor service provide kore. Keneke factor service provide kore? Keneke factor service provide kore? Factors of production di pelai provide kore. So what are the factors of production? Household sector e land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship provide kore. Ita household sector is ita farm sector ok ei factor service belak dise free te dibone kwasun ketiao nidiye. So household sector is ita factors of production tumar farm sector ok dise ba factor service farm sector ok dise farm sector e household sector ok poisa diboi lagibo. Keneke land ok rent provide koribo, labor ok wage dibo, capital ok interest dibo, entrepreneurs ok profit dibo. Gotike farm e household sector ok ki dibo? Factor income dibo. This factor income is in terms of what? Money. Aru jiman khini poisa farm e household sector ok factor income hisabe dibo. Heikhini poisa household sector e farm sector or pora goods and service kinibo karne consumption expenditure hisabe bebohar kori dibo. Consumption expenditure hisabe bebohar kori dibo. So the amount of money that flows from farm to the household sector as factor income is used by the household sector as consumption expenditure to buy goods and services from the farm sector. I hope you are clear with this. Household sector e farm sector or pora goods and service kinibo karone consumption expenditure hisabe bebohar kori dibo. Gotike ei consumption expenditure to ki hoy? In terms of money. Gotike ei juntu flow hoy, ei flow to ami refer koru as money flow. Ei flow to ami money flow bili refer koru. Kihor karne there is flow of factor income from farm sector to the household sector and corresponding flow of money from household sector to the farm sector in the form of consumption expenditure. in the form of consumption expenditure. So this is money flow. I hope you are clear with this. Real flow mane flow of goods and services between household and money sector, household and farm sector. Aru money flow mane hoise flow of money from household to farm sector. Real flow aru ebar bujai dibo. Okay. Real flow mane ki hoy? Real flow mane hoy flow of goods and services. Real flow mane hoy flow of goods and services. Real flow mane hoy flow of goods and services between the household sector aru the farm sector. Eti ami jodi household sector buli lo, household sector e farm sector ok, household sector e farm sector ok ki provide kore? Factor service provide kore. Factor service keneke provide kore? By providing factors of production. By providing factors of production. Right? Gotike it is a part of what? Service. Factors of production jeneke land, labor, capital, entrepreneurs, ei hokolobur household sector e farm sector ok provide kore. Aru farm sector e household sector ok in return ki provide kore? Goods provide kore. Keneke goods provide koribo pare? Karon farm sector e household sector e provide kora service bur bebohar kori yat samogri ba goods utpadon kore. Samogri ba goods utpadon kore. Farm sector e hei factor service bebohar kori nijor logot ki bebohar kore? Goods utpadon kore. Aru hei goods khini ultimately household sector ok bikri kori diye. Gotike etu eta real flow. Household sector pra farm sector le service ahise, farm sector pra household sector le goods ahise. So any flow of goods and services from household sector to the farm sector and corresponding flow of goods from goods farm sector to the household sector is said to be as real flow. I hope you are clear with this. Factors of production, labor hobo pare. Mo koisue factors of production amar sarita ase. Land, labor, capital, aru entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. Amar sarita tumar factors of production ase. Fine. I hope you are clear with this. Let's move to understanding it in a better way. So yate hetue dia ase swa moi jontu bujalu. Real flow refers to flow of factor services. Flow of factor services kor pora household or pra farm sector ole and corresponding flow of goods and services from farm to household sector. Prothomate real flow ki hobo? Household or pra farm loke factor service ahibo aru farmer pra household loy karne factors goods and services dutai jabo. Hobo aru ei real flow an eta naam hoise physical flow. Real flow an eta naam hoise physical flow. I hope you are clear with this. Etu hoise real flow. It was a real flow. Jeneke etu tumar ki hoy? Household sector. Etu tumar ki hoy? Farm sector. Household e ki provide kore? Factor service provide kore. Moi kolu na hoy? Etu real flow. Gotike flow of what? Goods and services. Flow of goods and services. Right? Flow of goods and services. So household or pora farm loke ki ahibo? Factor service. Factor service land, labor, capital aru enterprise ba entrepreneurs. Aru farm sector or pra household sector le ki jabo ei factor service belak bebohar kori farm sector e goods aru service utpadon koribo. Goods aru service produce koribo. Aru he goods and service khinie farm sector e household sector ok bikri kori dibo. So ultimately farm sector or pra household sector le ki gol? Goods and service gol. Gotike this is real flow. This is real flow. Real flow involves movement of goods. Movement of actually factor services from household sector to the farm sector and corresponding flow of goods and services from farm to the household sector. Fine. Aru yak physical flow buliu koa hoy. Money flow ki hoy? Money flow hoy je ki itia farm sector or pura household sector loke ki ahibo? Flow of factor payment. From farm to household sector. Kihor karne? Because household sector e farm sector ok factors of production provide korise. Tare karone farm sector e household sector ok provide poisa provide koribo which is factor payment. And again corresponding flow of consumption expenditure. Corresponding flow of consumption expenditure from household to the farm. Hoine? সেইখিনি পইচা যিখিনি পইচা তেওঁলোকে ফ্যাক্টৰ পেমেন্ট হিচাপে হাউস হোল্ডে পাইছে সেইখিনি পইচা আকৌ গুডস এন্ড সার্ভিস কিনিব কাৰণে ব্যৱহাৰ কৰি দিব কৰ পৰা তোমাৰ ফাৰ্ম সেক্টৰৰ পৰা সো হাউস হোল্ডে সেইখিনি পইচা ফাৰ্ম সেক্টৰৰ পৰা এগেইন গুডস এন্ড সার্ভিস কিনিবৰ কাৰণে গুডস কনজাম্পশন এক্সপেন্ডিচাৰ হিচাপে ব্যৱহাৰ কৰি দিব সো মানি ফ্লো is also referred to as nominal flow যেনেকে হেতুক ফিজিক্যাল ফ্লো বুলি কয় এইটো মানি ফ্লো বুলি কয় ফাইন আই হোপ তোমালোকে বুজি আছা ৰিয়েল ফ্লো যেনেকে আমি ৰিয়েল ফ্লো যেনেকে আমি ফিজিক্যাল ফ্লো বুলি কওঁ ঠিক তেনেকে মানি ফ্লো নমিনেল ফ্লো বুলি কওঁ সো দিস ইজ মানি ফ্লো এইটো তোমাৰ হাউস হোল্ড সেক্টৰ এইটো তোমাৰ ফাৰ্ম সেক্টৰ এটা কি হ'ব ফাৰ্ম সেক্টৰে হাউস হোল্ড সেক্টৰক ফ্যাক্টৰ পেমেন্ট প্ৰভাইড কৰিব কিহৰ কাৰণে ফাৰ্ম সেক্টৰে হাউস হোল্ড সেক্টৰক ফ্যাক্টৰ পেমেন্ট কৰিব আগৰ ৰিয়েল ফ্লোটোত আমি দেখিছো নহয় হাউস হোল্ড সেক্টৰে ফাৰ্ম সেক্টৰক কি প্ৰভাইড কৰিছে ফ্যাক্টৰ সার্ভিস প্রভাইড কৰিছে গটিকে ফ্ৰীতে টু ফ্যাক্টৰ সার্ভিস প্রভাইড নকৰে হে ফ্যাক্টৰ সার্ভিসৰ বিনিময়ত তোমাৰ ফ্যাক্টৰ পেমেন্ট দিব কেনেকে ৰেন্ট ওয়েজেস ইন্টারেস্ট আৰু প্ৰফিট যেনেকে ল্যান্ডক ৰেন্ট দিব ওয়েজ লেবাৰক দিব ইন্টারেস্ট তোমাৰ ক্যাপিটালক দিব আৰু প্ৰফিট তোমাক এন্টাৰপ্ৰাইজক দিব ফাইন এইখিনি পইচা ফাৰ্ম সেক্টৰৰ পৰা হাউস হোল্ড সেক্টৰলৈ গল হাউস হোল্ড সেক্টৰে এই পইচাখিনি ফ্যাক্টৰ পেমেন্ট হিচাপে যোনখিনি পইচা পাইছে সেইখিনি পইচা কনজাম্পশন এক্সপেন্ডিচাৰ হিচাপে ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিব for buying goods and services from the farm sector so household sectorে সেইখিনি পইচাই যোনখিনি তোমাৰ ফাৰ্ম সেক্টৰে হাউসহোল্ড সেক্টৰৰ পৰা যোনখিনি ফ্যাক্টৰ পেমেন্ট হিচাপে পাইছে সেইখিনি পইচাই তোমাৰ হাউসহোল্ড সেক্টৰে কনজাম্পশন এক্সপেন্ডিচাৰ হিচাপে খৰচ কৰি দিব টু বাই গুডস এন্ড সার্ভিসেস ফ্ৰম ফাৰ্ম সেক্টৰ because farm sectorতে গুটেখিনি goods produce কৰা হয় so this is actually money flow of money from farm sector to the household sector is factor payment and corresponding flow of consumption expenditure from household sector to farm sector for buying goods and services I hope you were clear with this LOP provide কৰিছে LOP কি হয় LOP কি হয় What is LOP? Factors of production FOP hobo pare de. So yata difference between real flow and money flow dia ase already ami discuss korisu. You can take a screenshot of this. Ami eto ako bare poti no porhu. Fine. Next ami juntu one of the most important question that might come in your exam is explain circular flow of income in a simple economy or a two sector economy. Yata circular flow of income two sector economy explain koribo dibo karone pare. So in a two sector economy jeneke ami already poi aso there are two sector household sector aru farm sector. Yate duta sector ase household sector aru farm sector. Fine. Aru etu porhar agote asolte ami assumption kisuman loi lobo lagibo. First assumption ami dutai sector ase household aru farm. Government ba foreign sector nai, right? Next household ki provide kore factor service provide kore farm sector ok aru farm sector e household ok factor payment provide kore hoine next farms e goods and service produce kore aru he goods and service khini factor service ব্যবহার করি আৰু সেই goods and service খিনি farm sector e কেবল household sector oke বিক্রি কৰে fine there is no saving etu eta important assumption hoy there is no saving ta mane household sector e jiman khini poisa factor payment hisabe receive korise household sector e jiman khini poisa factor payment hisabe receive korise from the farm sector he gute khini poisa e consumption expenditure hisabe ব্যবহার কৰি দিয়ে consumption expenditure হিসাবে ব্যবহার কৰি দিয়ে to buy goods from the farm sector আৰু গটিকে there is no saving জিমান পইচা আহে হিমান পইচাৰে মুঠতে goods কিনি লয় fine so there is no saving now let us explain this actually ইয়াতে দুটা লুপ আছে যোনটো আমাৰ তোমাৰ circular flow of income in a two sector economy can be understood through দুটা loop So already আমি এই লুপটো পঢ়িলুৱে বাট এতিয়া এই লুপ দুটাই আসলতে আমি একলগ কৰি দিব লাগিব এই আউটাৰ লুপটো কি হয় আউটাৰ লুপটো আসলতে ৰিয়েল ফ্লো দেখায় আউটাৰ লুপটোই আসলতে ৰিয়েল ফ্লো দেখায় আৰু যোনটো ইনাৰ লুপ হয় ই মানি ফ্লো দেখায় money flow দেখায় তো circular flow in a two sector economy can be explained using duta loop duta circle outer loop to amak real flow দেখায় flow of goods and services aru inner loop to amak money flow দেখায় flow of money so already tumalokok bujaloe real flow ki hoy real flow mane ki hoy household sector e factor service provide koribo kak farm sector ok factor service ki hobo pare land labor capital aru enterprise hey factor service khini bebohar kori pelai farm e ki koribo goods and service produce koribo aru hey goods and service jun khini farm e produce korise hey khini farm e ultimately household ok bikri kori dibo hey khini goods and service ultimately household e farm ok bikri kori dibo so movement of factor service from household sector to the farm sector hoine and corresponding movement of goods and service from farm sector to the household sector is the real flow fine on the other hand etu moi rub korilo on the other hand swa eta swa household sector is a farm sector ok factor service provide korise free te to provide no kore ei factor service belakor binimoyot farm sector e household sector or pora tumar income lav kore hey income khini ki buli koy factor payment hey income khini ki buli koy factor payment ta mane for providing factor service by the household sector farm sector e etia household sector ok ki provide koribo factor payment moi bare puti koi asilu land ok ki dibor rent labor ok wage capital ok interest aru enterprise ok profit fine to farm e factor payment provide koribo household sector ok rent wages interest aru profit hisabe gotike etu ki hoy money flow hoise on the other hand jiman khini poisa household sector e factor payment hisabe receive korise he gutei khini toka without keeping anything with themselves kharos kori dibo on buying goods and services from the farm sector meaning je ki jiman khini poisa farm sector or pora household sector e paise without any saving they will spend on goods and services as consumption expenditure to buy from the farm sector fine so ultimately what we have seen is that jiman khini poisa generate hoise from the farm sector to the household sector is spent on the farm sector so nothing remains with the household sector so this is the movement of what this is the movement of money gotike inner loop to juntu hoy it is money flow outer loop juntu hoy it is the real flow so this real flow and money flow together with outer loop and inner loop helps us to explain the circular flow of income in a two sector economy jot there are only two sector household sector and the farm sector I hope you are clear with this was it ajir class to jodi attend kori bhal pala try to do this question in your home aru these are the exhaustive question মই কৈ দিছো these are the exhaustive question juntu tumalokor porikhat ahibo pare yatke beleg aru ei chapter tur pra question ahibole karne nuare hoyto bibhinno dhornot ahibo pare মানে concept based question or pra direct question loke ahibo pare these are the exhaustive question that can come for your examination thank you so much for attending today's class with us is there any doubt বাইদেউ সেভ কিয় নকৰে হাউজহোল্ড সেক্টৰে সেভ এই কাৰণে নকৰে বিকজ ইট ইজ সাৰ্কুলাৰ ফ্লো অফ ইনকাম এটাৰ হাতত ৰৈ যাব নোৱাৰে গোটেইখিনি পইচা খৰচ হ'ব লাগিবই ইট ইজ আ সাৰ্কুলাৰ ফ্লো ইনকাম ফ্লো হৈ থাকিব লাগিব হাউজহোল্ডে যদি নিজৰ লগত অলপ পইচা থৈ দিয়ে তেনেহলে হে সাৰ্কলটো ব্ৰেক হৈ যাব সাৰ্কুলাৰ ফ্লো অফ ইনকামৰ মিনিং হেতুৱে যিমানখিনি পইচা আৰ্ন কৰিছে গোটেইখিনি স্পেন্ড কৰি দিছে সো যিমানখিনি ফাৰ্মৰ পৰা হাউজহোল্ডে পাইছে হাউজহোল্ডে গোটেইখিনি পইচা আকৌ ফাৰ্মৰ ওপৰতে খৰচ কৰি দিছে কারণ আমি আতে চ্যাপ্টারটো পঢ়ি কি আছো সার্কুলার ফ্লো অফ ইনকামৰ বিষয়ে সো ইনকাম ইজ একচুয়ালি মুভিং ইন আ সার্কুলার ফ্লো উইদাউট এনি গ্যাপ আই হোপ ইউ আর ক্লিয়ার উইথ দিস আৰু কিবা ডাউট আছে নে ফাইন আৰু যদি কিবা ডাউট আছে প্লিজ রাইট টু আস ইন দ্য কমেন্ট বক্স থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ ফর জয়নিং উইথ আস এন্ডিং the live session here have a good day bye bye